Hello student, in previous video we have seen a graphical representation of equation. In that we have seen the distance versus time graph. In that if the uniform motion is there, then which kind of graph we get. So here you can see that is a distance versus time graph for the uniform motion. Second graph that we have seen about the distance versus time graph for the non-uniform motion. In that two kinds of graph, one that is of accelerated non-uniform and another one that is of deaccelerated non-uniform motion. And the last we see the graph about the body which is at rest condition. So in such a case we get this kind of graph. Later on we will see about we have seen about the velocity versus time graph. In that the first graph, that is a velocity versus time graph for the uniform motion when the body is in a rest condition. Here it is not mentioned, but it is in rest condition in such a kind. And the uniform motion, in such a case we get this kind of graph. The second graph we have seen, that is a velocity versus time graph for the uniformly accelerated motion, a straight line graph we get. And the third one, that is of velocity versus time graph for the non-uniform accelerated motion. The fourth one, that is of velocity versus time graph for the uniformly deaccelerated motion. The fifth graph that we have seen, that is of velocity versus time graph for the non-uniformly deaccelerated motion. In such a condition, we get the uneven zigzag graph. And at the last, we have seen the graph of the velocity versus time graph in a uniform accelerate means uniform motion, and it is a accelerated motion. So in such a case we can see this kind of graph we get. But if we want to find out the total distance traveled by the body during the t2 and t1 time interval, so how can we calculate? So for that it's a simple. First of all, we have to draw a perpendicular line from these both the t1 and t2 on the graph, these both line. Then after we have to draw a perpendicular line from the y-axis, that is from v1 to v2. So we can see here that the total distance traveled by the body between the t2 and the t1, it's this area. So this area means the ABDE. If you see carefully, you can see it is made up by the two things, the ABC triangle and ACED. It's a square, or you can say it is a rectangular. So if we add these both the thing, so we get the final, the area of ABED. How can we get the total area? If we sum of this triangle and this rectangle, so we get this whole area. So the area of triangle ABC plus the area of rectangle ABCD. So as we know, the area of the triangle, it's a 1/2. The rectangular and the rectangular and base means this one, that is of a this perpendicular, that is of V2 minus V1, and this area that is called the base, which is a parallel to the T1 to T2. So we can write down V2 into V1 into T2 minus T1 plus this thing means AD into D means AD, that is the equal to the V1. So we can write down V1, and this AC is equal to T2 minus T1. So that is T2 minus T1. So if we are keep this value in this equation, this value, then we get the total area of the ABED, means the total distance traveled by the body between a T2 and the T1 time interval. Let's see one more time. The area enclosed between any two time intervals, means the T2 and the T1, in velocity versus time graph will represent the total displacement by the body. So here you can see if we draw the perpendicular line between these 2 points AB from to the x-axis and the y-axis, then we can see that the total distance traveled by the body between the two T2 to T1, then this area will be covered. So we have to find out this area, means the here we can see this figure is made up by the two things, the triangle and the rectangle. So if we are do the summation of this both the things, so we get the total distance traveled by the object at the T2 and the T1 time interval. So the area of the triangle plus the area of the rectangle. So area of the triangle formula 1/2 into base into perpendicular, and for the rectangle length into breadth. So we can finally get this equation, means the half into V2 minus V1 into T2 minus T1 plus V1 into T2 minus T1. Now let's understand it well by the example. Here the example is from the information given in distance versus time graph, which of the following body, A or the B, will be a more faster? So from the graph you can see this A per interval time it's cover this kind of distance from here, this distance. And if we talking about the B, then it is covered this distance. Here the time taken by the B object is more to cover a less distance from here only, whereas the A is a much faster than the B. So we can write down that the A object is faster than the B. So how can we write down that VA is greater than the VB? How I can get this final conclusion? If we draw the perpendicular line A to y-axis and A to x-axis, then you can see, and same as from the B, if we draw the perpendicular line from the x-axis and the y-axis, and if we are compare both the things, then we get know that the A object is faster than the B object. So we can write down that VA is more than the VB. Now let's see the equation of motion for uniformly accelerated motion. Means in this condition we have to find out a equation of motion.